Whisper Nation. How's it going? I'm the Whisper. I have a speech disability. That's why I talk the way I do. Well, anyways, today we're going to react to The Cosmic Wonder. And he's going to be talking about the ending scene of Avengers Doomsday. Now, this is supposed to be like one of the most hyped movies for 2026. Now, I will say faith in Marvel has been at an all-time low. Not just for me, but for like most of the fan base. So they're going to have to earn back like a lot of their trust back. You gotta do two things in Avengers Doomsday to make it good and to make me a happy fan. The first thing you gotta do to keep me happy is this. Don't make it woke. Okay? Don't make it woke. Number two. The second thing you need to do is don't trash Christianity. And we're good. That's literally all you gotta do. That's literally all you've gotta do. If you can do that, if you can get it through your head to not do those two things, you'll get my money. You will get my money. But if you do those two things, I'm out. I'm so out. The Cosmic Wonder always has pretty good takes on Marvel, and he always just gets like some insiders right. Not everything he says is right, because there has been a few times where he's wrong. For Deadpool and Wolverine, there was leaks that he was talking about where Tobey Maguire Spider Man was supposed to be in it. Granted, he was just repeating the leaks, but he is buddy with those leaks. So, you can't really separate the two. And I was actually pretty hyped, and I wanted to see it with my older brother. And we saw it, and I was like, this man, wasn't in it. The only thing that he talks about is doing spiderweb sounds. That was the closest thing we got to Spider-Man. So, at Deadpool Wolverine, it was alright. It was kind of a mess, to be honest. I'm just not a big Wolverine fan, just because, I feel like they really overdid it the past few years with Wolverine. I'm glad he's back, he's got the claws back. But, you're going to have to do more than nostalgia to get me back, Marvel. She-Hulk, this phase 4, is it? Phase 5? Whatever phase that we were on with all the mini-series was absolute trash. And you're gonna have to do more than that to get me back. And I didn't care for some of the stuff in Deadpool and Wolverine. Granted, Deadpool's always gotta be edgy. He's always been like that. But I just didn't like that he was calling himself Marvel Jesus, to be completely honest. That's just me personally. As a Christian, yeah, I'm gonna be offended by that. And I think as a Christian, I'm allowed to be vocal about how I feel with that. So, that's just my personal take on all that stuff, And then talking about some of the other edgy stuff, sexual stuff, doing booger sugar. But, maybe I'm just not the audience for Deadpool. And that's fine, I'm just not that audience. But I do like some of the Cosmic Wonder's takes. He has been right about a lot. So, let's get into it. I'll quit yapping. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe before we get into it. Let me know what you guys thought of Marvel right now. Let's see what he has to say. Let's go.
The channel today, we have news for an opening scene report for Avengers Doomsday.
Opening scene. Ooh, let's get it. Let's go.
We've also been getting a lot of leaked photos for Avengers Doomsday that show us
some of these leaks be right.
Kind of really everybody that's been confirmed so far. But speaking of those who aren't confirmed so far, we do have a new report about Avengers Doomsday production resuming specifically for a few people, a handful of people who have not been confirmed yet, who don't have chairs, but we know are most likely going to be in the movie. So, a lot to break down today, and if you're trying to keep up with Marvel and Avengers Doomsday in 2026, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. So, the first thing we're going to go over today is the opening scene report.
Okay.
We've talked about this plenty of many times on the channel and on our podcast and in our lives. We've talked about this a lot, but the title of this headline coming from Max Blizz is Avengers Doomsday opening scene is reportedly where the worlds of Deadpool, Wolverine...
Ooh, they're cooking. They may be cooking. They may.
Take this with a grain of salt because we obviously can't confirm this.
But they've been right about a lot of stuff.
Seems like something Marvel Studios would do. I do have one thing to add to it, but we'll get to that, and you'll have to let me know your thoughts on it. But according to the report, that is the opening scene. The worlds of Deadpool, Wolverine, and Maguire Spider Man beginning to collide due to a multiverse incursion, but they'll be saved. By who? The TVA. I've been talking about this for a while. Actually, I want to bring it back to Deadpool and Wolverine because multiple insiders originally reported that for Deadpool Wolverine, the original plot was that Deadpool and Wolverine would be working with the TVA and the multiverse would be collapsing. Worlds were going to start colliding, universes were going to start to be destroyed, and Deadpool and Wolverine, with the TVA, with their tech and everything, were going to go throughout the multiverse and save very key figures in the multiverse.
Okay, I could see that.
And eventually defeat the threat.
Wait.
Okay, so I could see that, but like how we're gonna get Wolverine and Spider-Man to work together? That's what I'm not getting, because like their personalities are gonna be like different. If it's gonna be the Logan, which I'm assuming it's gonna be the Logan from Deadpool's universe, like I'm not sure how they're gonna work together just because their personalities are so different. Like that might be pretty funny, but like I don't know. I just really hope they're not going for like nostalgia to like, because if you're just going off nostalgia to save the horrible trash projects that they've been doing, like She-Hulk, which was garbage, absolute trash. Like, let's just pretend She-Hulk never happened. Because I don't even understand, like, half of that. Ugh, don't even get me started. And then Ant-Man 3, which I actually did like, but I thought that the ending was like, okay. I thought that movie was decent, but I hated the Eggman. I don't know what they've been up to lately at Marvel. They need to fire their writers, like yesterday. Fire the writers, get new guys. Like, it's been Garbaggio since Infinity War. Everybody's saying it, it's not just me. And I'm a fan, I'm legit a fan. But I just can't back these new projects. Unless they change, like, the only project that's been good was Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts got me back into Marvel. Thunderbolts is the only movie that I've liked that they've pushed out since Infinity War. I loved what they did with Sentry. I'm really looking forward to Sentry. I cannot wait to see what he's going to do in Doomsday. Like, everybody's talking about, Tobey Maguire's going to be in Doomsday. And I'm super hyped for that. Wolverine's going to be, I'm super hyped for that. But what I'm actually hyped for is the new guy, Sentry. Where's all the hype for Sentry? I mean, seriously, nobody is talking about Sentry. Sentry just mopped the floor with people in the Thunderbolts. Did everybody forget that? Like, where's the hype for Sentry? Put some respect on Sentry's name. The dude literally came out, fell out of the sky, which also nobody seems to want to talk about. Sentry little fell out of the sky, slammed into the ground, and made a shockwave. This dude is like super powerful, super soldier. Then nobody wants to talk about that. Like, come on, guys. Like, you don't have to go off nostalgia to push the future. Like, just start making a bunch of stuff about Sentry. I would love a solo movie with Sentry. That would be fire. I think they could pull it off. Just don't make him super whiny. Make him more like, what I loved about Thunderbolts was I feel like they were going for an early 2000s sort of like vibe to the movie. And that's what made me like it. Because it's the first time that I felt really connected to I guess Sentry's a superhero. I don't know if he's a hero. I mean, he was kind of a villain, but that was like the void aspect. I feel like if you could just rein in the Sentry aspect, he'd be a superhero. But I really liked what they did with him. But, I feel like Sentry was the first time I felt anything for a superhero since Tobey Maguire Spider Man. I'm a huge Tobey Maguire Spider Man fan. I love the trilogy. Every single thing about it was awesome. Sam Raimi is a fire director. He needs to get back in the saddle, make Spider-Man 4, finish the series, write off our hero. Don't kill him off. Let him swing off into the sunset. Do you understand me? No, but I'm serious. Sentry was fire. They need to get back at it. Get back at it. Sentry was fire. You don't have to ride nostalgia. Just base Doomsday off Sentry, and I'm pretty sure it'd sell a bunch of tickets. That's just me personally. Just saying. Please, do not make Please, when I know y'all bringing in the X-Men, please do not make it about Jean Grey. I'm so sick and tired of Jean Grey storyline. Do not make Wolverine the leader of the X-Men. I'm so sick and tired of that. If you could do those two things, dude, I'm telling you, this movie's gonna be fire. Absolute fire.
Ultimately hope to restore the multiverse. Now, that obviously did not happen in Deadpool and Wolverine, but it looks like Marvel might have just said, hey, you know what? Let's kind of save that plot for the Avengers film, because that's actually a pretty good plot. I actually really like that, and I think it makes a lot of sense, especially after Deadpool and Wolverine really went into the importance of anchor beams, and not only that.
Yeah, that was pretty tight. I like that aspect.
Deadpool and Wolverine, at the end it wasn't. It had been restored. That has to come into play in some way, shape, or form at the end of Secret Wars, where they're trying to restore the multiverse. And I think anchor beams could be a key there. Certain things that you do around anchor beams, and possibly making new anchor beams, I think will be a really important factor of Secret Wars. But the opening scene, starting with Deadpool, Wolverine...
Yeah, that's hype. That's hype. That's hype.
Absolutely epic. The only thing, like I said, that I would add is for the opening scene, I think they would have to add something about Doom, right? So you see their worlds colliding, the TVA saves them, and then all of a sudden, Maguire, Deadpool, Wolverine, they're like, how is this happening? What is going on? Why is this all collapsing? Who can save us? You could go two ways with this. You could either say, well, this Doom guy could save us, because remember, he's going to portray himself as a hero in the beginning.
Yeah.
Right? Or, well, it's Doom. Doom is causing the collapse of the multiverse. And there's this guy going around killing anchor beams, or trying to kill anchor beams, and he's trying to kill people who caused incursions. They could go that way as well. But we did hear a recent report that for, let's say, maybe the first, 40% of the movie, 40 to 50%, half of the movie, Doom is going to act like he is a hero and act like he's on everyone's side. Well, I don't think that comes true, but it does kind of check out based on some other things that we've heard. And Doom is very clever and cunning, and he's a genius. Remember, he's a genius. He's not as smart as Reed Richards, if you're going by IQs of Marvel history and such, but he's up there. He is a genius, right? And that's what makes him so dangerous. He's a genius, and he has sorcery, and he has tech, right? So, very
sorcery, oh hell no.
Debatably the strongest, or maybe the most popular, I think, for Marvel Comics ever. So excited for him to come and Robert Downey Jr. to play him, but I do think there's going to be...
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they're going to make that.
Where he does try to act like he is a hero, and he is trying to help everybody until eventually he reveals that he's actually been going around trying to kill people who have caused incursions, and that's the only reason he tried to get close with the Avengers, to try to get close to somebody else.
So I'm curious if Tobey Maguire is going to be an anchor beam Spider Man, from Sammy Raimi verse. I'm curious if that Spider Man is the anchor beam of that universe. And maybe it did cause an incursion by going to No Way Home. See, I want a Tobey Maguire fourth movie. And No Way Home, I think that was the most recent one. That one left me wanting more. Because I just feel like they didn't do enough with his character, in my opinion. But granted, it's not his movie. But I wish we could have got more. So I hope they're going to give him more in Avengers Doomsday. Like, don't just bring him in. Just, take him out after 10 minutes. Like, that's actually going to make a bunch of fans mad. And I hope this movie's not going to be a mess. Because there's so many characters, Some of these people are going to have to be written off. Because there's no way their budget is that much. Like, they're going to have to write off a bunch of these people. So, just like I hope they don't kill off Cyclops from that leaked teaser. Because it looks like he's dying. Because, he's on his knees, screaming out in pain. And you see whatever those bots are called. I can't remember their name. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. I want to say Sentinels. Is that right? Yeah, you see a Sentinel behind him, which they can wipe out the X-Men no problem. That's what they were designed to do, was destroy people with superpowers. So I just hope they don't don't kill him off. But I think that scene is actually gonna be. It's probably not him dying, but probably like a flashback to like a variant or something. I don't know. That's just me. All right, I'll quit yapping.
Who's caused incursions or to try to basically infiltrate them from the inside and get rid of them because they're standing in his way. And I do hope this connects to King the Conqueror in some way, shape, or form. We haven't heard anything about
Yeah, I liked Kang's story.
with Tobey Maguire Spider Man, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, and Deadpool, and putting them together in the same place. Just
I'm still over Wolverine. I really am.
be a pretty great way to start the movie, seeing Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman on screen together at the TVA. That would be pretty dope. But go ahead, let me know your thoughts about that in the comments down below. And like I said, I do think they would have to showcase Doom in some way, shape, or form in the beginning before the logo shows, right? Before they roll that. Because in Infinity War, you had Thanos beat the crap out of the Hulk, and he killed Loki and all this. Like, it was a pretty big demonstration of his power. Now, the demonstration here would be there's a lot at stake here. The multiverse could be completely destroyed, which we do believe it could be destroyed, and the threat is Doom. So I think they could really make this work. But let me know your thoughts about that. Now, like I said,
Yeah, I think they can make it work. They gotta do it right. They gotta do it right.
I want to talk about is Dr. Doom. In some of these leaked photos, he has a sword and a shield, which I think is freaking awesome. Combine that with a castle, and I think just the aesthetic of that in his medieval armor that we've already seen, that's going to be pretty dang.
Yeah, it is pretty tight.
Kind of looking over a chessboard, and we've heard actually from an insider report that the Avengers and the Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four, they're going to kind of be chess pieces, and basically he's kind of like, that's his strategy.
Why are his eyes so creepy in that picture?
Because Doom is very strategic. And then at the same time, lots of pictures of Chris Evans returning. He's wielding Mjolnir, which is one thing, which is really cool. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't expect Captain America to have done anything throughout this entire time to make him not worthy of Mjolnir. Steve Rogers, right? It's Steve Rogers, even though he stayed back in time, and that's a debate whether he had the right to or whether he should have stayed and been a superhero.
I actually haven't seen these leaked pictures, so I don't even know. That's crazy.
He is wearing all dark clothes, dark jeans, dark shirt, dark jacket. He's got longer hair. This does kind of look like it's going to be kind of a play on Nomad, which is what we've been talking about for a while. There was supposed to be a Nomad show that showed him returning the stones and kind of those adventures. We never got that. Maybe this is Marvel Studios' way of kind of throwing that storyline into this, which does make sense because we're going to have to learn a lot about kind of what happened with Steve Rogers after Avengers Doomsday, which...
Yeah, a lot of people were wondering. Yeah, I was about to say Endgame.
But that's what Avengers
Everybody was wondering.
Doomsday is going to show us. What happened after Endgame, and the Russo brothers have already said, this is a direct sequel to Endgame, and that's just one of the reasons they are re-releasing Avengers Endgame in theaters. Another reason would obviously be so they can try to retake that #1 spot from Avatar. Hopefully they can do it. I'm a Marvel fan, what can I say? Hopefully they can reclaim that spot, and then when you do the promotions for...
I doubt it. I doubt they're gonna make that spot. I doubt it. Nah, David needs to be #1. David was fire.
The #1 movie in the world. I think that would be really cool. And great marketing. But moving on to the next one. This one's really interesting. According to Caleb Williams.
Oh my gosh, bro. I'm so tired of Jean Grey. Please, no more Jean Grey. I'm so tired of her storyline.
She's on the X-Men Earth. Are not in Avengers Doomsday, but
Thank God.
the April
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
specifically for actors they couldn't get these. This I actually understand because scheduling has to be so hard. I mean, you think about how hard it must have been for Infinity War.
I'm not a Captain Marvel fan either, so I don't really care about the other characters.
Secret Wars is coming.
I like Storm though. I wanted Storm.
Yeah.
I thought she was gonna be in it.
These are all, for the most part, all of these people are pretty good.
But I'm so tired of Jean Grey.
Famke Jimson, Brie Larson, these are all really big actors. So, getting everybody together at the same time, I mean, look at Chris Hemsworth, Robert Downey Jr., it's gotta be a nightmare. So this makes sense to me. The only thing I will add to this is, it wouldn't really make any sense in Avengers Doomsday if Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau weren't in the movie. Like, they have to be in the movie. It just really, continuity-wise, would not make that much sense, especially with the Marvel's post-credit scene. That was a big setup for Avengers Doomsday. Or Kang Dynasty at the time, right? But the result is the same. The incursions are happening. Our universes are colliding. We're going to their universe. They're coming to our universe. The result is the same. But that was really set up with that X-Men post-credit scene for the Marvels where we saw Beast, we saw Binary, he mentioned Professor Xavier. That's probably the universe that we are getting in that X-Men trailer that's in theaters right now, probably. If everything stays
Which is hype. That trailer is hype.
So, if Monica Rambeau and Captain Marvel aren't in this movie, it's not that it's required, but that's a big continuity gap. They'd have to explain that some way, but I would just be absolutely shocked if they weren't in this movie. Jean Grey and Storm, I want them to be in the movie.
No Jean Grey. No more Jean Grey. Never Jean Grey ever again. After that horrid X-Men 3 and all the other X-Men's, no more Jean Grey. No more Jean Grey. Please.
And I fear if they don't return, they might say, like, they died. Clearly something
That's true. I mean, Jean Grey could die. I'm so over that character. That's hype. That's hype. That's hype.
And they lost some people, so if they can't get Famke Jensen and Halle Berry back to film for Jean and Storm, I fear they might just say that they died in that. And I don't want that. I want them back on screen. But again, I'm excited for Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau as well, especially with the story they set up. I think they really should have that in the movie. Again, they could explain their way around it, but I think it should be in the movie. But
Yeah.
It makes a ton of sense because, scheduling has to be just a complete nightmare in a movie that has just so many really big actors in it. And like, none of the actors in this are small, right? Like, they might not necessarily all be like gigantic actors like Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Robert Downey Jr., but they're all still relatively big actors in it. So, from Robert Downey Jr. to the last person, we won't say who we would think the last person is out of respect, but, they're all pretty big, which means their schedules are pretty busy, which means it had to be really hard. And we've even heard, like, Alan Cumming talk about, he was fighting people in his scene, but, like, he wasn't actually fighting another actor. They were, they had, like, stands.
Yeah, in a different area, right?
And that could be for secrecy, but that also could have been because of scheduling. Luckily,
Yeah,
now, the
probably
way
scheduling.
CGI is, and the way Marvel Studios has handled things in the past, it can be done still incredibly well if they take the time to do it, which they obviously are. Marvel knows this movie has to be just fantastic. So I'm excited for everything.
Yeah, they got a lot right on this.
To appear in the movie, these four women, Jean Grey, Storm, Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, I think they should. And there's a lot.
Just bring Storm and I'm good.
Right now, so if you want to keep up to date with everything, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Please be sure to let us know your thoughts about all of this news in the comments down below. And you can find us.
Yo, I'm hyped for that. It's gonna be hype. Just seeing Tobey Maguire back on screen and hopefully have a pretty big role in the Avengers. That's gonna be crazy. That will be crazy. And we'll hopefully get them to make another Raimiverse Spider Man 4. So we can follow up and see what has this Joker been up to, man. Hype, that's hype. Dude, I can't wait. No more Jean Grey. And I'll be happy. And stop making Wolverine the leader of the X-Men. He is not the leader of the X-Men. It's Cyclops. Cyclops has the most beast mode powers anyway. He has the most cool powers. When I was a kid, I used to wear my dad's sunglasses and rip them off and pretend I was blasting the trees. Like, come on, dude. They need to get it together over at Marvel. Yo, if this movie is not good, if it's woke and they bash Christianity and they make a whole bunch of garbage in it, I'm walking away from Disney forever. And Marvel, I will never watch any of their trash again. They will have lost me as a fan. And I'm dead serious. They better get it right. They better get it right. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. Are you gonna walk away forever if it's bad? Because they lost a lot of reputation, with those last garbage. And what was She-Hulk? What was that even about? garbage, trash. Love and Thunder, all the other trash movies they pumped out, miniseries, garbage, dude. Straight trash. Well, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you next time.